Hi, beautiful souls. This is Srimanju from Life is Magical podcast. Hope you're having a wonderful summer and enjoying your everyday. Of course, when I say enjoy, it's the best we can do in the hardest circumstances, isn't it? Even to bring that beautiful smile out, or even for a few seconds, feeling that moment of upliftment or satisfaction in yourself. Yeah. So, in today podcast, I'm going to bring the topic of how to rest. This is one of the things or the trends that I've been noticing with the client work through Reiki or Akashic Records is we are all juggling a lot of things than comparatively than in 2019 to things have been more challenging this year and less time lot more to catch up on at run at a race that is even speedier than ever we did before. So it's getting crazier and crazier, and in that most of us are forgetting to rest. And without the rest, what happens is the life force energy within us gets depleted, and we get stagnant and not able to fulfill anything, or a lot of health crisis starts emerging. Yeah. So here I wanted to share a few of my thought process around it, some techniques that you can do. And some of these techniques are taking you only few seconds to few moments. I wouldn't be recommending any practices that are over an hour long, because I do understand that with all these juggles, every moment it's precious to us. Yeah. So grab your cup of tea, cacao, or coffee or water and grab down and just relax. If you're driving, watch out and let's get into deeper. Yeah. And take a nice deep breath before we begin into getting more depth of things. If at some parts of this podcast are not resonating with you, park it aside and come back to it later, or maybe they are not applicable to you right now, or you might share that little nugget for a friend or a family member whom you think might be beneficial. Yeah. So with that, let's begin. How to rest. Isn't it the most difficult thing? Even to know sleep is the first thing that comes to mind for many of them. Like, oh, I sleep well, I don't sleep well. We always think about resting is sleep. Definitely, that is one part of it, but also rest can be in multiple ways, like slowing down, giving a break from one chore to other. So for me, rest is something that restores and balances us. It just realigns us or restores back into the center and helps us to refocus on what is important. So I'll be doing this podcast, and the next moment is doing the checking the emails. If I don't even take that breath of time or glass of water in between from one task to other, I do carry that overwhelm of finishing one to getting on to the other one. Yeah. So with our intention of each of the tasks that we do, it's so super important to have those minute details of finish it or breathe that deeper into your belly and then begin a new thing. So you're bringing a new force of energy to begin with. Yeah. When you slow down and get quiet, you can actually begin to hear your own wisdom, your own inner knowledge speaking to you, and it gets louder, and you're able to work at a deeper and a faster level of force that you're getting into. So, your new task is going to be super fully present with you, and you're able to deliver it much easily. Yeah. Well, we all know all this theoretically about the benefits of a good rest, but did you notice, or are you able to take that time, or are you struggling with it? Again, from time to time, we might go through these depth of things. Sometimes we don't even go through the depth of things. And why is one of the things to rest is like we get sick often, less often, and we are conscious about our choices. We have less health issues. We do reduce the stress or anxiety. We do, as a result, improve our mood or to the contentment much more. Performance is better. we think clearly as well. And as you're thinking clear, you're there to listen to people, and you're able to get along better with the people as well. So there are many advantages when we do that pause moments of rest in our day-to-day activities. Yeah, the other side of it is like, with exhaustion, the tiredness, we'll feel overwhelming urge to sleep, but you may not be actually sleeping, and even after a nap you won't be feeling rested. That fatigueness will be there, and that gets into the next cycle of like a depression and a lack of desire to do the activities that you enjoy it. Yeah, or sometimes you do also see as like trouble concentrating or focusing on things. So that is the other major thing to watch out for. And this is also a terminology called as emotional exhaustion. Physically you might be fit and you might be in a good place, like, physically healthy and active, energetic, but emotionally you might have like, hey, I have no power or control to what happens in my life, and you might feel stuck, trapped, poor diet, or no motivation to uplift yourself. Like, these are some of the signs of the emotional exhaustion. Now, let me pause there. Ask yourself, are you having it? Have you witnessed this kind of a feel before, like, at any point of your life, or are you currently going through, like, so this might be a place to recheck, like, be honest with yourself, like, because this is for ourselves, as nobody else is going to give us that ticket to say, hey, this is your time to rest, or take a seat back to, I'll take care of you. We have to get that ourselves sorted. Also, this exhaustion is also a symptom of anxiety that we are getting. It's like not able to perform or be there, like, that the chronic thing, always constantly in the tension, high alertness, or something might go wrong, or something am I not prepared with, like that overwhelm, that heaviness in your chest. As I'm speaking, I can recollect those memories of my own self having that. And with the clients as well, like, you just can feel the tightness in the body. And on the other side, it's like opposite poles, like, when you rest, when you recharge, you feel like everything can be done, everything can be fixable, there is time for everything. You have time in the world that you can process, make connections, you can just be strong at what you're doing. You have absolutely no trouble, and whatever you're not in control of, you can easily let go of things. Yeah, some of the very simple things to get that rest is through the mind. I love is by painting, or by doodling, or doing these mind games, like, get those in the dollar shops. You can get those crossword or puzzle books. They are fantastic. Yeah, so you are just setting, doing, keeping your brain busy with something else, like, totally out of what your schedule is. Or I love this timer of, like, every, like, after every task, I'm going to take a break to stretch or drink water or move. That way you are totally shifting the focus. Yeah, and you let more flow come through as well. Meditation is great, even just for a few moments. Breathing meditation or mindfulness based meditations are great. And just relooking in that rest moment, what exactly I don't need to do right now? What is the most important thing I need to be delivering right now? That makes you take away or eliminate the things that you're overburdening yourself. And the other thing is delegate your task. Yeah, delegation is a wonderful thing to be giving to others and seeking for help as well. And go outside, get fresh air, hug a tree as well. Let go of that perfectness in yourself. And sometimes, like, those are the other emotionally or mentally. Sometimes there is something we need to be really doing for our physical self as well, is just tired. Okay, I need my nap. maybe 2 hours or 1 hour. Just get those little nap times in between. Some people can function with a sleep of 4 hours, some people can function with a sleep of 10 hours. So each one of us are so different. Like, of course, there is a science proof, like you need 8 hours or 6 hours, but listen to your body. Your body is the best truth for you, because at any moment, there were stages I was absolutely fine, functioning great with 6 hours of sleep, and now I definitely need 8 hours to 9 hours of sleep. Like, I'm listening, because the previous year I barely had any sleep. My body is catching up for all that sleep. I was going through processing health issues. So here, like, listen to it. That's our most important thing. Yeah, the sleep. And that helps you to uncomplicate your own life, detangle your life as well, or unplug you out of that social media, out of your gadgets, out of that overwhelm, and plug you back to your own soul. That's where I say, like, connect your own inner guide. This is the best thing. And most importantly, be honest. Right now around us there is so much of fear, and this is not even yours, but you're being shadowed by it. So you need to release that and seek for a support, either a therapist, either counselor, whatever, like, whatever is your jam, go for it. Yeah, where you are actually seeking and embracing that rest for your physical body as well. And that's what you need. You need it. That's your play card. You need to be showing up and doing more of it. There are some of the things, like, people do say, hey, what is the best way to rest for me? Like, each one of us are different again. If you sleep, for me, if you sleep better, the whole of your next day is fabulous, fantastic. That is how I notice myself. Few people agree with that. Like, when your sleep is good, you wake up fresh, you have fresh thoughts, great affirmations, you are on a positive note, you eat healthy, and you drink enough, like, and you are not in a crisis mode, and you're more in a flourishing mode. But if you don't have that, maybe everything gets more roller coaster there. So look out, what is the best way for you? Is it the sleep? Is it like doing things that excites you? Then start allocating time, maybe 5 minutes, maybe, like, half an hour, like, have that sneak peek of those little tender times for yourself. Yeah, try maybe like having physical activity before your bedtime, lavender bath or salt bath, and that helps as well, or journaling your gratitudes or your worry list as well. So you are not being rolled over with your worries, but you're releasing it and giving away. So you are getting fresh. Yeah, the best way, again, like, you can add into a cup of tea that suits you, like a chamomile tea or cacao as well, and that cools you down, that connects you into your heart center, that makes your body relax, and saying a sign, hey, you just need to relax right now. Like, you're not in control of everything. You just need to just set your mind, tell your brain, now is your time for 5 minutes. Everything can wait. Try it out. Everything can wait. It's only we are in that anxious flow of nothing can wait. I need to be in control of everything. But remember, you can only do so much, and you need to be thinking about your tomorrow as well. Yeah. And a lot of people say, like, there is a pressure from the work or family dynamics, like, or the children. If you have young children, that is too demanding. Like, of course, when the children are sleeping or napping, what do? We go into the social media, we do the work. Why don't you take that 5 minutes? And being a parent, I'm saying that it's still possible. Like, it's only, remember, let's take a step back. You absolutely did everything what your heart desires for. You never compromised on it. Nobody ever does it. If you give your 100%, you always achieve for it. Bring that attitude out for your resting phase as well, and that makes your life easier. It's like, when it's a work time, you are working, and when it's a rest time, it's resting. Especially working from home culture has changed that a lot. That boundary between the work time and the family time to the rest time has all been muddled up. redefine those boundaries, reset them. As you reset, your colleagues are going to understand this is your boundary, you can't be reached afterwards, because we told them we are available at 2 o'clock in the morning, or 6 a.m. in the morning. Now you're telling them, hey, I'm not up there and I'm not going to be available because I need to rest. I can't compromise my health. When you define that, nobody's going to cross your boundaries and come back to that boundaries. There is an episode on the boundaries. Might be good to check that out. Yeah. And screen time is one of the killer ones. Of course, I'm an addict too sometimes. When we are functioning at a low energy levels is where our screen times is the biggest havoc in our times, is what I've noticed. When I'm fully flourishing, I don't bother about the screen time because there is so much energy to do many things that excites me. But when I feel just depleted energies, that I haven't taken care of myself, I feel that is the comfort thing of it, where 10 minutes gets into an hour as well. So set those times, set those alarms before you go onto the scroll of things. Set 10 minutes is good for me. Whatever I can get out of this 10 minutes, that's it. And that buzzer is going to stop you from it. Yeah. And in your calendar, if you are a calendar based person, put it in your calendar, 10 minutes of a break every 2 hours, so you are able to do it because you have done the previous task based on the calendar. You have to reset, redefine your new habit of, hey, this is where my timing is coming from to say my body is needing. And slowly your body gets used to that automatically and into a rhythm of it. Yeah. And best of all, it's like listening to the body, paying attention to your body again. Every time our body screams, your body is aching, it's tired, listen to it. Your body, your mind, your gut, everything is always talking to us. But are we giving enough time to listen to it is what I would question you back. Yeah. And to reboot your brain and improve your productivity, like the reset is the best thing. Yeah. And knowing how much can you accommodate, what are the times, what is it, what is your system that works into what your partners or what your colleagues is not yours, or what your parents or what your child is. You have your own system and you need to define that. Again, to sometimes some exercise, or having a light music, or meditating in between the day, or tapping technique, or going for a walk. Just noticing what the beauty is around you will help you to redefine those things as well. Yeah. How does that all feel? Do you feel great? Are you getting something out of new ideas here that you will be able to bring up into? There are few things that I would be recommend that costs us nothing, and there are only few moments, for me it's the daily morning rituals and the evening rituals that gives me a good practice. When I'm not in a great space, of course I don't feel doing the evening ritual, especially that gets compromised tiny bit of times, now that I'm in a habit of it. But morning ritual is I always do it, and that excites me no matter what sleep, what my previous day is. I sense and feel and believe today I can start my day on my intentions, my strength of it, and that's what it matters. And to set those intentions, you need a reminder, you need a sticky notes, you need something or a partner to probe you doing it, and that becomes into much easier. Do the stretches. Stretches helps your body to move from all that stagnant rested energy to bring more life force energy. And also drink glass of water, so your system is getting into the flush of things to be shifting up. Your digestive gut gets better as well, and you feel good, as a result of it, you eat better, and you're able to absorb much higher nutrients as well that your body needs. Yeah. Some people love to do yoga or stretches much deeply, or go onto the exercise bike. That's you got it. That's the most important thing. If not, gentle stretches as well. Yeah. And set an intention for your day. What is my day going to be like? And just visualize it, and that's what you're going to be fulfilled with. Yeah. having a plants around you will also help you to breathe fresh air, or if not, if you can open the doors and get some fresh air, that would be the great thing. Until at least few moments into your wake conscious, don't go near the gadgets. Get back to those old alarm clocks, or clocks around that you can actually see the digital time, or the analog ones, that is the most important thing. Sometimes the music also uplifts me, like when I'm totally flat out, I feel like the music is uplifting me, something melodious or something jazz, something different, that also. If not, there is other technique that I always love is the essential oils. Just a drop of it, rub it on your wrist and smell, breathe it, and let that energy move through you. And that fragrance itself like awakens your inner nervous system and makes you recharged and re-energized. Yeah. That also, very simple to do it. And then pick your breakfast. As you're in a good place, you got to eat healthy and listen to your gut as well, and that keeps you. And maybe for a few moments, put your feet on the ground, feel the grass or the carpet or the wooden floor or the tiles, just feel it, so you are just getting your head down into your leg and you're getting stronger as well. Yeah, in the whole thing, let your heart relax so you give yourself much stronger as well. And then in that moment of time, write down your what are your to-do list, what are you ready to do, open up your day with, and what is that three thing, the most important thing, that helps you with. Just focus on what really matters to you. That's the most important thing. Not what you have to do, what somebody likes you to do, but what do you really want. And that way you are setting a new stone. And then connect with your family members, your children, whatever you have to do, get into the flow of it. But remember that is, or throughout the day, couple of things you can spread out, and take time. Again, journaling, or again, declutter space is great as well to begin these new practices. Declutter energies are great as well. So start begin by doing it, rather than just thinking about it and not making any actions. So rest is something that you can achieve it and easily bring it up into yourself. That doesn't cost you anything, that only gives you so much of a valuable essence to your own life, to your own mind, body, soul, your nervous system. Every part of your soul will be thanking you for giving that little bit of a rest. Now think about what is that you have been resisting from resting, and what are the new ideas that are coming up. Maybe I didn't share everything here that you're already practicing. I absolutely love to hear those practices so I can try it out too, and share that wisdom with others, but rest, your mind, your body, and soul is the key to your well-being and a balance in your day, in your life as well. And you will notice that your worries or your anxieties have been reducing. You're more productive, you're more content. Happier is not a thing that we always need to aim for, because all our emotions are equally important, is how I look at it. But you're able to be stronger in any emotion that comes at your plate. Yeah. With that, think about it and let the flow go on here. Hope you enjoyed this and listened to all the way till the end here. Remember to leave a review or a star, and share it with your friends, and please spread the word of this Life is Magical podcast. I'm truly grateful for your love and warmth. Thank you so much. It just excites me when someone says, have been listening to you podcast and this is helping me. I'm truly, truly grateful for you guys. You know who you are. Deeply, my gratitude from my heart to yours. Namaste. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu.